Not so loud. We still don't have what we want.
Good.
So, better get out of here before they capture me.
You! Get over here!
Right there!
You conniving bastard!
I got the outlaws' plans.
Excellent work. Give them to me. Well, thank you. I'll check them out later. This has probably helped us to thwart an imminent attack on our depot.
I see that pleases you.
Is that so? Well, we can be very pleased. Even the smallest battles sometimes have a devastating effect on the overall picture.
Okay, so now what?
I have to think about it. I'll stay by your side while I do. And... thank you.
Yeah, don't mention it. How's everything going? Look. Status report.
Nothing worth reporting. Just because the invaders have only appeared sporadically so far, doesn't mean that it'll stay that way.
We're done for now. Stand by at the Bastion.
All right.
Ready?
Now are you gonna tell me why you tried to pull that shit with me and Orisa?
I had my reasons.
Oh yeah?
Listen, the only thing we've got in common is the mission. Nothing else.
If I can't trust you, our cooperation is worthless.
I just can't stand you. Is that clear? Anything else?
Am I supposed to just take that from you?
Take it or leave it. You've certainly taken the joy out of our triumph. We could have been kings of the world. Instead, everyone who's ever mattered to me is rotting in the ground. For me, that's reason enough to expose your oh-so-special efficiency for what it really is. Nonsense.
What did you want from the collectors?
Answers.
Did they have anything to do with the attack?
Don't worry your empty little head about it.
Let's get this over with.
All right. Let's get out of here then.
So, what's your plan?
You'll find out soon enough. Until then, you follow my instructions and shut up. You know the cleric's base of operations?
No.
That's bad for you.
Why?
I'm making statements, not opportunities for your stupid questions. Come on, move it! This way! On we go. We'll go around the side of the mountain. Trying to cross it is far too dangerous.
If you say so.
Come on, move it, and keep it quiet. You don't need to stomp around like a rot boar. Stay close to my side and watch out for any moving shadows. I don't want any surprises.
Why are we stopping?
Just a feeling. We need to get the lay of the land. I'll go on ahead. You follow a short way behind. Keep a low profile. Watch yourself. A troll makes less noise than you.
You don't say. What is it now?
2 clerics up ahead. Dead by the looks of it.
All I see is a few animals.
We're gonna have to get rid of those crystal rats before we get anywhere near the bodies.
You can do that on your own.
I can, but I gave you an order. I'll go ahead. There's a body missing.
What makes you say that?
These two are scouts. They move in threes.
What the fuck were the clerics doing here?
Looking for resources. We've been eating into their territory, so they've been struggling for supplies. But it was a necessary move for us.
Necessary? Why?
Ignadon is of great strategic importance. The clerics would never be able to defend this region against these invaders.
And you're sure of that?
They couldn't stop us. How could they stop them? When you look at it like that, they're lucky we drove them off. Whatever. Let's focus on finding the third scout.
What do you hope to gain from this?
Confirmation of my hunch that whoever did this is a completely new enemy. So you're gonna help me follow up on this lead, or you need another lesson?
After you.
Not so fast. Take whatever you can use from here. The attackers had no interest in equipment. We can take advantage of that.
I've already got what I need.
Good. Let's move out. It can't have been long since the attack. The trail's still fresh. Dead. That's what I thought. His injuries were probably too severe. You've dealt with the clerics before. What led to their collapse? Not that I mind, of course. I'm just interested.
No idea.
A former commander should know every detail about his enemies. There's nothing more we can do here. Let's... ambush! Down! Can't have been long since the attack. The trail's still fresh. This way! Dead. That's what I thought. His injuries were probably too severe. You've dealt with the clerics before. A form ambush. Dead. That's what I thought. His injuries were probably too severe. You've dealt with the... Interesting fighting style. Looks like you haven't forgotten everything.
That's high praise, coming from you.
Just stating facts. If we hadn't beaten back the invaders, their plan might have worked.
What plan?
The trap was for the clerics. The loss of their scouts wouldn't have gone unnoticed for very long. Their rear guard wouldn't have survived the ambush. They would have been destroyed one by one. But we were an unknown variable. That's the only reason it didn't work. But let's clear the way and do it on the double. They've underestimated our strength once. I don't think they'll do it again. Caracas is unsafe terrain. That incident with the Strange One shows this all too clearly. We'll have time to rest when we reach the cleric's base. But until then, let's go for it. Just so we understand each other, we don't use violence against the clerics, all right? No matter what problems we encounter. Getting hold of information has absolute priority.
Why are you telling me that?
We need to find out how involved the clerics were in the attack on our silo, and their intent. The dead don't talk. Remember that. Number of skirmishes doesn't seem to be dropping off. Over there! Rock dragons!
Let's just go around them.
Our options are limited if we want to keep to the timetable. Apart from that, I'm not really sure about how good they are at picking up scents. Taking them out doesn't pose any significant risk. The probability of us losing a fight against this lot is in the region of 0. Follow me. I prefer these creatures to that purple horde. Their attacks are predictable, and that makes them a lot easier to fight. It's a flaw in their instincts.
And now, the rock dragons are finished.
Yeah, but I still feel something that could be described as dissatisfaction.
Didn't I deal with those critters fast enough?
We're supposed to clear up the big things, yet we keep stumbling over the small things. I have to optimize our route. Fortunately, I know of an alternative that should speed up our progress.
And that would be?
You'll see. Now let's go. Our goal is drawing closer. Now for my alternative. We go through the mountain. This path should be relatively free of any danger. At least it was the last time I tried it.
A shortcut?
A life insurance policy. Inside the mountain will be safe from further incidents. Let's hit the road. But stay close. Better safe than sorry. Facilities like this often end up as connecting roads for primitive means of transportation. Luckily, we elves don't need archaic human devices.
You do realize we're on foot, don't you?
I'd prefer a raider, but circumstances don't allow it. Look out! Someone's coming! Get in position!
What are you doing here?
You deal with it. My expertise with people is limited.
Hey, I asked you something. Who are you and where you from?
Who are you?
I'm Veronica. Now answer my question.
We're gonna go see the clerics.
Really? That's so. A human with an alb. Not every day you see that. Buzz will be delighted to meet ya.
Buzz? Who's that?
Our leader. And you're in luck. He just got back. We're a band of traveling merchants. We use this place as a base of operations. Usually we just do business on the road, but since we got guests, we can let them stock up on equipment here. Don't worry, we don't judge. Not even against Alps. You'll find we're very accepting of everyone. Tell your companion and then follow me.
Can we trust her?
Oh, we're about to find out.
Good. I'll keep a low profile. You go first.
What's the holdup? You're the first guests here. Things are a bit messy, but whatever.
Where are you from?
Most of us were a part of Baxter's old gang, but then he went legit and started playing Mayor of the Crater, so we left. We didn't want any part of his junkyard utopia in the crater, so we left and came here.
Who told you about this place?
It was written on some paper from the old world. Took us a while to figure out what we'd be dealing with here. Then it all happened super fast. Pack up our shit and chase the vermin. That's pretty much it. Welcome to our humble home. Buzz will be back there. Go talk to him.
No way, pal. Listen, talk to the boss or get out of here.
Looks like you're a long way from home, friends. Pleased to meet you. I'm Buzz. I run this little sanctuary for wayward souls. Now, what can we do for you?
Tell me about you and your people.
Well, I'm sure Veronica gave you most of the details, so here's the short version. We're a group of outcasts, refugees, and others who've been exiled. We're mercenaries who found a safe haven here. Now, I'll ask you again. What do you want from us?
I'm looking for new gear. Do you have any?
Yeah, we do. We've got all types of fresh new stuff. What are you looking for? So the question is, can you afford it or not?
What's the going rate?
Let's make a deal. Look, forget what I said about gear. We are in need of some armor ourselves. Your friend here is pretty quiet, but he's got something I could make use of. If he's willing to part with his armor, I'll let you pass. It's a generous offer. I recommend you take it. Because you two won't get out of here otherwise. Not with all your limbs, that is.
It's not up to me. I'll ask him.
Good boy.
Did you get all that?
Yeah, we're wasting our time. This has nothing to do with our mission.
Instead of complaining, you should help me come up with a solution.
If you seriously think I'm gonna part with my armor, you're mistaken.
What's the alternative?
We eliminate them. Diplomacy will get us nowhere.
We're not gonna survive this.
There's a 25% chance we'll survive the confrontation.
There's a 0% chance of me going on this suicide mission with you. Next suggestion.
Seems like a load of crap to me, but Skibor once told me about the principle of greed. Since our situation has a lot to do with him, I hope that knowledge is going to be useful. Take this Elex Ⅱ. Buy our way out.
Unless I'm going blind, your friend still got that armor on. You wanna tell me why? Maybe you didn't understand me. We're on the clock, and you're running out of time on my offer. Give me the armor, and make it quick.
Take these shards and let us through.
Okay, that's a good deal. I'll take it. Even if I would have liked the armor better. Not much I can do about it, though. I'm sure we'll catch another Alb in our web sooner or later. Huh?
So we have your word that you'll let us go?
Yeah, just this once. But if I see either one of you again, you'll be shot down before you know what hit you. Keep that in mind when you're leaving the tunnel. Now get the fuck out of my face.
Was he satisfied with the Elex Ⅱ
Sure looks that way.
I would have preferred to eliminate him and his gang. We're done here. Let's move out.
Talk to Buzz, not me.
On we go. At last. Fresh air. Remind me not to use this shortcut again for a while.
I'll keep it in mind.
The clerics are within range, but first we need to clarify something. Why did you take my side? After all, it wasn't about your armor. If I were you, I would have met the Reaver's terms without hesitation.
On principle, I don't abandon my partners.
Not even me? Huh. Interesting. Let's concentrate on our mission again. It's not far now. We're at our destination. The cleric's base lies before us. This is where we part ways.
Where do we go from here?
Since the clerics are hardly likely to let me into their base, you'll take over that part. Listen, I found an ID card in Skibor's cleric uniform. Show it to the guard at the gate. It's a checkpoint. They'll certainly be able to do something with it. Depending on how they react, you adjust your behavior. Remember, our goal is to find out if Skibor was responsible for the attack on the clerics.
And what are you going to do in the meantime?
I'll wait for you to engage the guard in conversation, then slip in undetected. If you don't succeed, maybe I will. But there's one thing you shouldn't forget. Whatever happens, don't let the clerics know on whose behalf you're traveling. If you're exposed, it could compromise our mission and the trail goes cold. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Keep to yourself the news that those scouts are dead. You only play that trump card when it's needed.
Excuse me. Yes, you. Haven't seen you around here before. Well, whatever your reasons for coming here, we clerics aren't in the business of turning people away. That said, it's my duty to make sure every traveler who arrives here knows how we run things. No stealing and no fighting. Understood?
Don't worry, friend. I plan on sticking to the rules.
Well, that's good to hear. So, how about I give you a guided tour? It's quiet right now. I can leave my post for a while. Unless you have any more questions.
Tell me, are you the only guard at this gate?
Yes, if you don't count the combat mechs. Completely unreliable, those things. Too glitchy. Anyway, I can't complain. It's a solitary job, but my work allows everyone to sleep soundly. I'm proud of that. A cleric dedicates their life to saving others.
How are things here?
These are troubled times. We've been attacked, displaced, scattered. There's a risk that our community, our identity, will be lost forever. People are losing hope. They don't believe this situation will ever change.
You share that view?
No, unlike some, I still have faith. Don't get me wrong, we're not all in despair. Some of us still believe we have a future. If we can regroup, focus on things we can achieve, not what we can't, play to our strengths. If we can do that, I'm certain our ranks will start to increase again.
Have you seen this ID card before?
Wait, isn't that... You need to talk to Hagen. Actually, I know where to find him. Let me take you. I want to show you around anyway. Get you familiar with the place. Stay close to me, okay? First, I'll show you the habitat. It's where all the acolytes sleep. You can get some shut-eye there too, if you like. I expect you're tired from such a long journey. Just pick whichever bed looks good to you. There's more than enough to go around. Here we are. Take a quick look inside. I don't mind waiting.
Okay, back in a moment.
All right.
What now?
Well, you took your time. Those mattresses are certainly very comfortable. But now that you're fully rested, let's move on. Although, there's something I need to ask you first. Are you a believer?
Does it matter?
Not really. I'm just curious. So are you a believer or not?
I am.
Good. Then I've got a surprise for you. Brother Johannes is about to start a prayer service. We'll be just in time for it. Oh, darn it. I guess I spoiled the surprise. Let me take you there.
Aware of the dangers of the desert. Eat out there is one thing, but berserker magic is...
When I do have time to myself, a quiet moment, I find solace in prayer. Outsiders often find this hard to understand, but let me tell you, 1 week at my post would make anyone start to believe. The canteen is right next door, by the way. The selection is, well, limited. But if you chew a little longer than usual, you should be able to keep it down. Looks like we're right on time. I know I was gonna take you straight to Hagen, but we're not in any rush, right? Listen to Johannes for as long as you want. If you like the sermon, I don't mind staying to the end. Just let me know when you've had enough.
Brothers and sisters, hear me. I have been blessed with another revelation. A message has come to me. A message of hope and peace. You call yourselves exiles, but here you have found a new home. You call yourselves lost, but the Creator shows you the way. You call yourselves powerless, but prayer gives you strength every hour of every day. If you accept the Creator as your Savior, you will achieve enlightenment. Who can doubt His glory?
I can. The Creator is testing you! Show some faith!
My son, how can you deny the truth?
Because we're poor and afraid and have nothing to eat. This community, it's built on sand. One gust of wind and it's all gone.
And yet still we stand. From the ashes we rose. Now our numbers are increasing. You cannot deny the Creator's miracles.
The real miracle is that I'm still here. I've had enough of this bullshit.
He who rejects the hand of the Creator will be subject to His judgment. Praise be to you all. Now go, feast upon the fruits of your labor. May the Creator bless you.
There goes another.
Another?
That man who left during the sermon? He's the 4th one this month. Not everyone shares our optimism about the future. People are losing faith, turning to other activities to find solace. I just don't understand. Our faction serves the common good of all mankind, yet still, people turn their backs on us. But I must be stoic. I'm losing enough sleep over this already. On we go. I'm glad you listened to the sermon right up to the end. Words can be extremely persuasive, though it's essential we turn those words into action. They're also a major source of comfort and support. It takes a believer to understand that, like you and me. That's the Regent's Citadel. Next to that are the archives. The Citadel is where our people conduct vital research. The archives are where they safely store that knowledge. Not the kind of work that I'm interested in. Let's not go inside. You'd be bored to tears, and I'm trying to make this tour interesting. Come on, nearly done.
If I have stuff I don't need, where can I offload it?
Maybe talk to Vivian in the merchant storehouse. Head to the southern side of the castle. Go left as you enter through the gate. Okay, that's about it. You should have a rough idea of where everything is. And don't forget, if any of the buildings spark your curiosity, just go inside and say hello.
Just like that?
As long as you don't get in anyone's way, no one will mind. This is the Judicator's Basilica. Humble folks like us tend not to hang around here, unless you're standing accused of something. I suggest you be extremely careful what you say and do in Hagen's presence. He's in charge of passing out sentences. Let's drop in on him. Get this ID card business squared away. Allow me to go first. You can speak with them after. Judicator Hagen, please allow me to share some important information with you.
Alex, in the name of the Creator, how many times have I told you to cut the formalities?
Oh, but of course, well, you requested that I inform you with the utmost urgency if a certain person graced us with his presence once more.
God damn it. That sentence needed half as many words. Look, just tell me what this is about.
Please cast your eyes upon this ID card.
May the Creator save us. Is the owner here too?
I fear I must disappoint you. The person in question is not present. Rather, the card was in the possession of the man who accompanies me.
All right, send him forward. Stop wasting my time. You can go back to your post.
As you wish.
Huh. You and I have met before. Where have I seen that face?
Let's skip the introductions and get to the ID card.
What? Drop your manners on your way, did you? Just tell me who you are, for the Creator's sake. Any more disrespect and you'll feel my wrath.
And you wonder why people keep quitting on you.
More lip. But you're right. We've got our backs to the wall right now. Nobody gives a damn about honor and respect anymore. Finding a single half-decent recruit is a near impossible task. So I'll get to the point. Are you gonna help us out or not? And forget about the ID card for now. We'll get to that. Just tell me whether you're here to lend a hand.
It depends. What do you want from me?
To be honest, quite a lot. But I'll take that as a yes. Look, anyone who works for me gets food, shelter, and fair pay for a day's work. Think it over. My door is always open. You'll find me a fair boss. I always speak my mind, even if I do seem a little blunt at times. Take this. Use it to pick up your rations in the canteen. Any other questions? Fire away. Anytime.
The ID card that Alex gave you. What's up with it?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Cut the crap. You know something.
It does look familiar, but I want to make absolutely certain there's no mix-up on my part. I need to confirm that the name on this card is the same one I'm thinking of. And to do that, I need a particular log from the production hall. Bring it to me, and then we'll talk.
So where in the hall is it?
Talk to Kino. He works there. He'll know where to find it.
So, I think I've talked to some of Magellan's most important people. Wonder what the old man would say about that. What can I do to help?
Simple. Go where help is needed. Then help. As far as I'm concerned, that's all it takes for me to treat you as a cleric.
That's it?
I'm a soldier. I don't like to overcomplicate things. I can't provide you with a uniform, though. We are all out of those.
You're kidding me.
No. Our armorer offers the standard protective gear, but no uniforms. The only one left is a Regent's uniform, and I'm not giving that to you.
Why not?
Well, more accurately, I'm not giving it to you yet. You'll have to earn it, and that won't be easy. If the armor's really what you want, you need to gain access to the Alps.
Infiltrate them.
Right. I told you it wouldn't be easy. I'll also tell you why this is so important to us. Ever since they began occupying Ignadon, the Alps have left us in peace. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee they'll keep that up. The Alps are a threat we can't ignore, so I like to be as informed as possible. It's not enough to be one of their scouts. Gain the rank of trooper, and then we'll talk.
Did you know that some Reavers have set up camp nearby?
That's not possible. I would have received word.
That depends on how good they are at hiding. The way into their base is on the northern flank of the mountain.
You're talking about the old tunnel system. I knew someone or something had settled there. I assumed it was just some local wildlife. Have they been dealt with?
It's still a work in progress.
I can't spare anyone to go after those degenerates right now. Nor can I justify assigning anyone. Not like the Reavers are exactly storming our walls. But if you want to go play pest control, be my guest. I would show you the appropriate gratitude.
We will never be defeated. Never!
Unauthorized input. Access denied.
Jax, a most unexpected visitor to our holy halls. Is it fate that in these troubled times you have found your way back to us?
Again we meet with dark clouds hanging over us. Little has changed since we took up arms against our common enemy.
At that time, you spoke of mankind's impending doom, and of those who would cause it. It shames me to think of how little heed I gave your wise words.
Forget it. I've had moments of doubt myself.
And out there, the invaders build their towers of destruction. Exactly what you tried to warn us of.
Actions are what count. We must think about our future. How to destroy this enemy.
That's exactly what we're doing. Now the wounds inflicted upon us have healed. We have rallied ourselves and are planning our resurgence.
I was hoping you could help me. I need some better gear. And some good instructors in the art of armed combat.
I see. You've lost a great deal of the strength you once had. The war against the Alps took a great deal from all of us. And the situation seems liable to get worse in the future, not better.
That war was 6 years ago. It's not a problem anymore. I was bitten by one of the invaders' dark creatures. Infected with their plague. It crippled many of my combat skills. I need to work on them again, from scratch.
I wish I could help you, but in these dark days I have to think about my own faction. We have neither the resources nor the time to train you, or to share our weapons.
That is unfortunate.
To us, you are an outsider. We must focus on our own survival, and that means holding on to every last scrap we have.
I believe you're trying to talk me into joining the clerics.
That would be one way to solve this dilemma. Though, from the look of you, you'd have to start your training with the basics. And that isn't something the clerics can afford to offer you. We simply can't spare the manpower or the relevant supplies. That's my final word, I'm afraid. We won't be able to give you basic training in our weapons technology.
Could you suggest an alternative?
Our approach to combat closely resembles that of the Alps to the north. If you want to join us, I suggest you go to them first. They can teach you the basics.
You want me to train with your enemies?
They're not the only ones who would rather see us dead. These last few months, many evils have come to torment us. The Alps are the least of our worries. When you've completed your basic training, we can talk again about your initiation into the cleric community.
As an Alp commander, my specialty was Elex abilities. My repertoire didn't include other weapons until much later.
Then it's those abilities you should start improving. They will make you a valuable asset to the clerics.
I'll be returning to you as an Alb. You're okay with that?
That is what you were in the first place. Once you've learned the fundamentals of high-tech weaponry, speak to Judicator Hagen. He'll be able to answer your questions. We all have burdens to bear. I wish you every success on the rest of your journey.
I don't have time for you right now.
What the hell is wrong with you, you piece of shit machine? I'll be right with you. Give me 1 sec. Let's go through it again. Servo motor, check. Hydraulics, check. Helix intake, check. Central processing unit. Ugh, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Okay, I have some time now. How can I be of service? Or maybe you can be of service to me. Anything about combat mechs or drones? I'm struggling with the instruction cycle. They're like normal instructions, only more, technological.
What's the error? Is it the number of clock cycles? Or the assignment of addresses in memory?
What? Look, just forget I ever asked. I'll figure it out. Eventually. So, what did you want again?
Do you train technicians too?
I don't have, time. Right, I don't have time for that. But I've seen Vivian juggle a wrench now and again. Not that she comes close to my level of skill, but she can show you how to open a can, that sort of thing. Go and ask her. You can find her in the merchant storehouse.
What do you do here?
I solve problems. In theory, anyway. These shiny little buddies here, the ones we're endlessly tinkering with, sooner or later, they're supposed to fill the gaps in our ranks of soldiers.
Looks like it might be a while.
That's not quite true. I already have a prototype. All it needs is a little testing. You try getting results with a roll of wire and a few rubber bands. I'm not the problem here. I was trained by Master Goddard. May the Creator bless his soul. Unfortunately, my work here also makes me irreplaceable. I can never find the time to go out and give my prototype a proper field test.
I'll test it for you if you like.
Oh, well, sure, I mean, why not? I would prefer to test it myself, but I won't turn down the offer. Right, so, I'll set the prototype to run a routine outside the castle. I want you to follow and observe. It's programmed to protect us from enemies, so you should pay attention to how well it identifies and fights threats. Keep a record of how long it takes to deal with the enemies. I need to know if it's running efficiently or not. It should be approximately 37.5% faster at threat recognition compared to previous combat mechs.
Got it.
Great. Just hold on a second then. I'll send it on its guard routine. Get ready to give chase. Unit ZX-01. Initialize new routine. Execute routine Alpha 1 with subroutine B. Huh. Well, these readings are a little odd. What the... Oh, dear God! I have the sinking feeling that I might need to work on the prototype a little bit longer.
You don't say.
Sorry, I must have made a mistake when calibrating the enemy detection. Good thing we managed to destroy it, huh? Kind of a shame, though. Now I have to start from scratch again. Still, thanks for wanting to help out, I appreciate it. I'll let you know when I have a new prototype ready for testing. Provided you still want to help, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not so sure of that.
Here, take this. We'll call it hazard pay.
Hagen sent me. You're supposed to give me a production log.
Right, of course. Well, good thing you came to me. Without my key, you would have turned the place upside down and never found it. It's in my chest. As a precaution, don't want anyone with sticky fingers picking it up and getting it all... you know.
Great. Anything else?
Give the key to Hagen, as well as the production log. I'll get it back from him later.
What's the meaning of this?
I can see you.
Got it. Now let's see if Hagen can cough up any useful information.
We didn't receive a reply, sir. The scouts remain MIA.
Have a search party?
Returned without success.
Damn it. That is a direct violation of my orders. They will move out again at 0600 hours tomorrow. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Search party that doesn't search. Can't let that go unpunished.
Are you all right? You seem a little, frustrated.
You think? Most of those I command would rather shirk their duty than carry it out. Our scouts have gone AWOL, but that's not your concern. Did you get the production log?
Here.
Good. I'll put that straight in the trash where it belongs. Now, answer me this. Other than the production log, did you, take anything else away with you? A Lexit from Kino's chest, for example?
Yes, you caught me. Congratulations.
Good. Lying wouldn't have saved you. Smart of you not to even attempt it. My guards will now show you out of the castle. We don't harbor thieves here. So, I'll keep what I know about the ID card to myself. Unless you have, something else to say in your defense?
Is there any way I can win back your trust?
It's a little late for that, but I'll give you a shot. You can win my trust the same way you lost it, with a Lexit. The amount that was in the chest, plus 10%. But I don't want to be unjust. If you have information that could help our community, I'll reduce your sentence to an acceptable minimum.
I know what happened to your scouts.
What? How? Out with it.
They're dead. Every last one of them. Killed by the invaders.
I don't believe you. You're trying to fool me again.
Want me to lead you to their corpses? They're lying on the border to Ignadon.
Then it is true. That's where they were dispatched to.
Does that mean we're even?
No. But I will show you some gratitude. I'll reduce your penalty to the amount of Elex Ⅱ you stole from Kino's chest.
Now, will you tell me about the ID card?
Of course. I'm a man of my word. This card was given to a man who spent some time here a while ago. Like you, he came in from the outside. He settled quickly here, knew his stuff when it came to technology. That's why I assigned him to Kino. A big mistake. Wasn't long before he stole from us and then disappeared.
What did he take?
Metal mostly, and a handful of screws. No idea what he was planning. I'm hoping you can tell me a little more.
He used the things he stole to make a bomb.
A bomb? That low-life sack of hammered shit. Just so we're clear, we had nothing to do with any bomb. If you find this man, send him to me. He deserves to face my wrath.
I could send you a piece of him. Would that do? Sending all of him would be almost impossible.
Huh. In that case, forget it. But I do have another request. If on your travels you happen to run into anyone with leadership potential, please send them my way. As you know, our forces are being stretched extremely thin. We need reinforcements, and soon. I would view such a service as a personal favor.
I'll keep it in mind.
That's all I ask. We will never be defeated. Never!
Show me respect, and you will earn mine in return.
What's the meaning of this? tell that old goat to get over here with the shards.
Hold your tongue. That's not proper behavior.
Then pay the damn invoice.
There is no invoice, only your offer, and we reject that.
Oh, really? You need metal. We have metal.
How did you even know about our shortage?
Professional secret. Now, let's see.
No. Tell your employer we're not interested.
The boss won't make you another offer like this.
Well, that's something to be glad about. Show our guests to the door. I want to make sure they don't get lost on the way out.
We could do without company. Have a nice day. Assholes.
If you want to buy something, go see my merchants. They'll sell you what we can spare.
What do you make of this?
Let me see it. Give it to me. Who gave you this piece of crap?
I was told you'd take it off my hands.
What am I supposed to do with some worthless scrap metal?
Worthless? It's gold.
Oh yeah? Take a closer look. It's iron with gold coloring. And I'm not even sure it's real iron. Someone ripped you off.
Are you totally sure?
Absolutely no doubt. Though I have to say, the forger who made this is a real expert. Who was it? I mean, they seem to know me, right?
Said his name was Hank.
Doesn't ring any bells. But who'd use their real name in this line of work, huh? Whoever it was, they thought I'd be fooled by this. Didn't realize I'm not a simple merchant. I have experience in dealing in stuff like this. Hey, maybe if you hurry, you can catch them before they get away.
Kino says you're good with technology.
Oh yeah? Somehow I doubt he put it quite so nicely. The only ass he kisses is his own. If he talks about me, it's only to make me look bad.
You're not a fan of his, then?
It's mutual. But you must have noticed that he doesn't deserve that position. He thinks he does just because he got here before me. He forgets that I was already in charge of this stuff back in the domed city.
Why don't you do something about it?
Why bother? The way he behaves, he'll be dead in the dirt within a year. Besides, I'm needed here. If he and I traded places, our supply chain would dry up in 2 days tops. But I'd be happy to teach you if you'd like. For a small fee, of course.
Could you teach me something?
Sure thing.
What are you doing here?
It's my job to catalog and ration the supplies in the castle, which means I'm busy. So if you don't want anything, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't bother me anymore.
You need help with your work?
Ah, so that's what you're after. You want a job. Well, if you want to help out, I always need supplies. So if you have any long-life food you want to get rid of, give it to me. Our trade convoy has gone missing, and there are no supplies coming in, which is a big problem.
What happened to your trade convoy?
If only I knew. They should have been here long ago. But if you're looking for work, I'd pay you to find them if you can, and help them if they're still alive.
About the trade convoy. Where should I start looking for them?
They can't be that far away, actually. I know they were on their way back from the Berserkers. They're probably somewhere between the fort and our castle.
I'll find them for you.
I'll make it worth your time. If you can help them reestablish their trade routes, I will reward you handsomely. And if they're dead, well, at least then I'll know I don't have to keep on waiting.
I have some supplies for you.
You know, I'll only take large quantities off your hands. I can't do much with individual cans. Show me what you got.
I have some water for you.
Thanks.
I brought you some canned meat.
Thank you. Here's your payment.
I have some bread to give.
Thanks a lot.
Hiya, kid. If you're looking for everyday clothes, I might have something for you. The range is pretty limited, but I'm sure we can find something to suit you.
Can I buy cleric armor from you?
Standard stuff won't do, huh? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but our armor is in short supply. We lost most of it when we fled from the Horde.
I guess that means I leave here empty-handed.
Well, I do have one absolute gem left, but it's under lock and key.
What do you mean?
We still have a set of Regent armor, but if you want it, you'll have to make a big impression on Judicator Hagen. I can't release anything until he gives me clearance.
You busy?
Well, little, but I'm fine with that. You know, we used to go out at all hours of the day and night and get into some kind of fight. Now, we just don't have the soldiers. On the plus side, it means we're not constantly mourning the fallen. But as long as we're chatting, maybe you can tell me what things look like out there. I hear that the Dark Horde are putting up those towers everywhere. Is that true?
I can confirm that. My place got hit pretty hard.
Whoa, and you're still alive? If that happened to me, I'd crap my pants. How'd you make it out?
Dumb luck.
In my experience, there's no such thing. The Creator has plans for you, no doubt about it. In any case, thanks for the chat. It's good to talk to someone else. Here, from my personal reserve. It helps against every horror.
You up for a trade?
Sure.
You up for a trade?
Sure.
You don't look like a cleric. Not like any I've ever seen.
Ha! I'd much rather be wearing the official uniform, but we have limited resources.
So where did that armor come from?
A while ago, our scouts came across some berserkers and Morkons fighting. The berserkers were completely outnumbered, didn't have a chance. The Morkons wiped them out and just left their corpses where they fell. It was the scouts' duty to give them a half-decent burial.
But it wasn't possible to bury them with such bulky armor?
Yeah, though as you can see, it's been put to good use. We clerics do not tolerate wastefulness.
Over here! And? Were you able to prove that the clerics were involved in the attack?
No. It looks like Skibor just stole their metal.
Then he deceived not only us, but them as well.
Yeah. We won't get anywhere with the clerics. What did you find out?
Not much, I thought. But thanks to your information, it could look different. Did you run into an outlaw dealer in there?
Could be. Why do you ask?
Unlike you, I haven't found a safe way in. But out here I observed two outlaws approaching the castle. Which sounds uninteresting, but may well have something to do with our case. They were sent to sell metal to the clerics.
How the hell do you know that?
I overheard them. So let's sum up the results. Here's the way I see it. Skibor takes advantage of his position and steals the metal. He goes to the outlaws and gets the bomb made. And all the metal that was left over, they wanted to hawk to the clerics again. Not exactly subtle, but certainly cunning.
So the outlaws are our next target.
Exactly. We still don't know how Skibor smuggled the bomb or his motivation, but I'm sure we'll find answers in the crater. If you've got business here, get to it now. Otherwise, we'll leave.
I'm ready.
Good. I'll sync the coordinates with my adjutor. Then we'll teleport there. Or did you think we were gonna walk all that way?
Couldn't we have saved ourselves the trip to the clerics then?
You mean because I knew the coordinates of the castle? Well, I was hoping you'd take off while we were on the road. I was sure you wouldn't accept my command. How wrong can a person be? Besides, I have to admit your help has proven to be extremely useful.
Well, thank you very much.
Our differences have been settled. No need to hold a grudge. Well, shall we?
We shall.
Much more pleasant way to travel. Let's turn the crater upside down and get the answers.
You're going in too?
Yeah, I've had enough of hiding. Our target is an outlaw named Viper. The two outlaws I shadowed mentioned him. And if I'm not mistaken, he's the one Skibor got the bomb from. I'll take the north of the city, you take the south. Objections?
No. Let's find this guy.
But don't go talking to just any random nobody. You need to specifically target people who have a lot of contact with others. Start with a gate guard. If you get to him before I do, put him through the ringer. You can do that without me. Everything will become clear soon. I can feel it.